Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Solo 730 Knows Things. I really was gonna make a gaming video, but my Call of Duty is doing some kind of patch update, so I figure I'll give my opinion on my time with LinkedIn Learning. So I had 30-day free trial for premium. Now with the premium, the LinkedIn Learning is included in that. So I got 30-day free trial. And one thing I realized with the LinkedIn Learning, there's no test involved. It's not like Coursera. Coursera is more in depth. It's actually more like an online course. This is just pretty much just lectures and videos. So what you could, and then at the end of you finish watching all the videos, you get like a little badge, certificate, something like that. So actually, you could just play on your computer, put it on autoplay, and just let it play. If the class is 5 hours, you just let it play for 5 hours, and you'll get your little badge or a certificate. So that's the difference between LinkedIn Learning and Coursera. With Coursera, you have to actually know at least a little bit of what you're learning about in order to complete the class. With the LinkedIn Learning, that's just on you. Like, it's up to you if you want to learn the stuff or you just want to let the videos play. But so what classes did I take? I took 3 classes. I know I took a marketing class, right? That was okay. That one was about 2 hours. And then I forgot the first class I took, but I know the last class I took was a 20-hour class. And that one was practice for the AWS Solutions Architect Associate. So that one was pretty good. I spent a lot of time on that. I almost finished it. I had like 3 hours left. So in case you don't know, I have my certified cloud practitioner. So I have that already. So a lot of the stuff I already knew. The only thing is I got my first certificate about 3 years ago. So like Lambda wasn't really a big thing like it is now. Like I think CloudFormation was big, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Of course, AI of course wasn't as big as it is now. So there wasn't too much AI in the practice in the class that I did, but they did talk about Lambda. They talked about storage. They talked about the EC2 compute, of course, in depth. Like it was just so much, my head started hurting. I was like, all right, enough. They talk about security, the IAM policies, and guard duty, security stuff. They talked about NACLs a lot. Talk about that. They go over the basic regions, availability zones, regions. CloudFront they touched on. CloudFront is very important. So what I took away from the class is what's important to know in the real world. Like CloudFront is very important, especially with multimedia distribution. CloudFormation, I also saw a YouTube video saying that's very important. Now CloudFormation, you can do that in what's called JSON, YAML, I think it's pronounced. Now I noticed with the YAML, that language is in plain text. You just gotta know the processes. It touched on Terraform, but not really. That's not really a AWS specific. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. It's what you make it. Like some of the EC2 instances, the compute, I kind of like just glance over and I'm like, yo, this is wasting way too much time. I got to get to the IAM policies and security because that's later on in the course, and I really wanted to touch on that. But that's the main thing. With the LinkedIn Learning, is what you make of it, And also, I want to just say that with the LinkedIn Learning, it's a different app on your phone than the LinkedIn. So when you start a class, like say you start on your laptop and your computer, when you continue on your phone, you need to download the LinkedIn Learning. They have their own app. So that's important to know. You don't go through the LinkedIn, you go through the LinkedIn Learning app. And then when you go through the LinkedIn Learning app, it looks similar to the Coursera, but just that, of course, Coursera has actual tests you have to pass. They have labs. Now, the class I took, he was doing labs in the video, you just got to follow the labs. You know, so it was good. Like, what I recommended, what is it? I think it was $30 a month. I did the free trial and canceled. I got another video showing how to do that. But what I recommended, I would rather spend my, if you just want to do it for learning, I would rather spend my money on Coursera. Because then you have IBM classes, Google classes, you have a whole plethora of different types of classes from different providers and vendors. But, you know, if you're really into trying to find a job, then maybe the premium would work for you, because besides the learning, you also get put at like the top of all the list for the job hunts and stuff like that. But yeah, the LinkedIn Learn is pretty good. Would I pay $40 for it? Absolutely not. If you're gonna pay $40, just get Coursera, and then you have access to way more actual classes. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'll let you know how my certification process go for my Solutions Architect Associate certification. So I'm been taking, since I finished the LinkedIn Learning videos, I've been taking the practice exams and just touching up on and messing around in the console itself with ChatGPT, with the cloud formation, and so I just been doing my thing, trying to take this a little bit more serious than I have been. But thanks for watching.